If you thought the Baddies franchise was messy before, buckle up, because this latest explosion makes the Zeus network look like Sunday school. Chrisean Rock just got dragged by her own fans in a meltdown so wild, it's trending in places that don't even have Wi-Fi. Trapboy Bino's getting attacked online like he personally caused the internet outage, and Natalie Nunn. She's out here going to war with Pretty and DTB like she's auditioning for love. And hip-hop. Judgment Day. We're talking lives going off. Wigs flying, block buttons breaking, and fans doing detective work like it's a federal investigation. 1 minute it's shade, the next it's full-on digital demolition. This isn't drama, this is cinematic chaos with eyeliner. Chrisean's fans are turning on her faster than one. If you're using like a scanner app and it's like, you're gonna die. Like, look at this. And we look at this. We all know. I've been exploring. Well, I've been exploring that. As we love. With feel, with floor. With we as we love, we see when we see 6 and 6. I've seen we see with 6 of Zandays. Crad. We see with this, if we see C-wise, with fifth call equates, you see with they, it's see with, and we cut a kai with a, with for call like I say to see, to do with a sit, I king you to king you likes, to side to skin I we you dice, career to you to get a right, if I can with you, if I could we you keep, what do you get, I got, Blueface changes girlfriends. Bino's trying to survive the backlash, and Natalie's out here detonating group chats like a one-woman apocalypse. Even Pretty's caught in the flames, and DTB. Oh, that man's name might as well stand for Don't Try Beef, because the way he got dragged is spiritual. This ain't gossip, it's an online riot disguised as entertainment. Grab your popcorn and your emotional support water bottle, because the chaos you're about to hear, it's Expose Express history. Let's set the scene, because what you're about to hear isn't just another Chrisean Rock temper tantrum. No. This is the kind of digital implosion that makes reality TV executives lick their lips and shout, "Renew the season early." It all started when Chrisean went live again. Yes, again. Because apparently therapy is optional, but Instagram Live is forever. Fans logged in expecting their usual dose of chaos. Maybe a rant, a few tears, a random background scream. But this time, they got something else entirely. Chrisean looked furious, eyes locked on the camera like it owed her money. "Y'all fake?" she shouted. "Y'all don't even know what I go through." Within seconds, the chat turned from support to civil war. Her own fans, the same people who used to defend her through every meltdown, started dragging her like a suitcase through customs. Comments flew faster than Blueface's excuses. "Girl, we've been tired," one wrote. "You've been yelling for a year straight," another chimed in. And the hashtag Chris EAN overload was born. But that was only the beginning. Because once the internet turns on you, doesn't just cancel, it celebrates. Enter Trapboy Bino. Sweet, unsuspecting Bino, who just wanted to make music and keep his head down. Unfortunately, when you're anywhere near Chrisean Rock, peace is not an option. It's a myth. The moment fans saw Bino in her comments, they went full keyboard warrior. "Why are you still messing with her? She using you for clout. Protect your peace, Bino." One fan even wrote, "Blink twice if she kidnapped you again." Savage. The man couldn't post a lyric without someone tagging him to the drama. One of his studio freestyles was re-edited with captions like, "This verse aged like milk." Within 24 hours, the poor guy went from rapper to meme. People started saying he's the new Blueface with better PR. Someone even made a mock missing poster for his career, last seen supporting Chrisean Rock on live. The internet had jokes, and business was booming. Meanwhile, Natalie Nunn, self-appointed queen of chaos and professional pod stirrer, saw an opportunity. Because if there's one thing Natalie can't resist, it's inserting herself into a storyline like seasoning into soup. Out of nowhere, she goes live saying, "I told y'all these girls don't listen. I've been trying to tell Chrisean how to handle fame." Translation. She was about to turn this scandal into content. Pretty and DTB, two names with their own fan bases. Beef and boldness jumped into the mix like gasoline to fire. Pretty claimed Natalie was using Chrisean for views, while DTB called Natalie the puppet master of dysfunction. That's when Natalie exploded. "Don't play with me." She shouted into her phone like it was a boxing match. "I made all y'all relevant." And that's how the Battle of the Baddies began. Fans divided like Moses parting the Red Sea. Hashtag Team Chrisean. Hashtag Team Natalie. Hashtag Team Pretty. And even hashtag Team DTB started trending. People were choosing sides, writing essays in the comments, tagging their friends like it was politics. You had girls doing reaction TikToks with captions like, "This is why women don't support each other." You had dudes making memes of Bino praying in a corner. And somewhere, Zeus Network executives were smiling, probably emailing Chrisean. "We need you for season 4. But let's not forget, this is Chrisean we're talking about. The woman doesn't just argue, she detonates. Hours after Natalie's live. Chrisean fired back with a rant so wild, it should have come with subtitles and a seatbelt. Natalie fake. "She ain't my manager, she my hater." She yelled. She'll always want to talk about somebody else's business, but can't keep her own wig straight. Boom, the comments section went nuclear. Natalie's fans clapped back instantly. Chrisean's mad because Natalie got her booked. Girl, Natalie is the network. You biting the hand that fed your ratings. Then, in a shocking twist, Pretty decided to go live with receipts. Screenshots, messages, and a few voice notes, the holy trinity of internet evidence. She claimed Natalie had been talking trash behind Chrisean's back, calling her a liability and a storyline. The receipts. Unverified, of course, but who cares about facts when drama this good is trending? Within minutes, blogs like Hollywood Unlocked and The Shade Room had reposted everything. Headlines screamed, "Natalie Nunn exposed in baddie group chat leak." Comments poured in like rain in monsoon season. One said, "Not Natalie playing chess while Chrisean still learning checkers." Another, "If Petty had a degree." These women graduated with honors. And just when people thought it couldn't get wilder, Bino tried to play peacemaker. Rookie mistake. He went live.com and collected, saying, "I ain't got no problem with nobody. I'm just trying to make music." But the internet wasn't having it. Viewers flooded the chat with clown emojis saying, "Boy, she got you doing interviews now. You sound like you're reading from a hostage note." It didn't matter what he said, the audience had already picked a narrative. Bino was the victim, the simp, the guy who fell for Chrisean's chaos. Meanwhile, Tia and Ekane, who were barely connected to the original drama, jumped in like it was an Olympic relay. They started their own side beef, throwing subs about fake friends and messy women. The energy was pure Zeus Network madness, overlapping lives. Screaming matches and followers eating it up like a free buffet. By the end of the night, what started as a simple fan backlash turned into a full-scale reality war. Everyone had gone live, everyone had cried, and everyone had posted a quote about loyalty. The internet was dizzy, exhausted, but still watching. And while the world laughed and speculated, something darker was brewing. Because behind the memes, the shade. And the chaos, there were rumors that someone had set this whole thing up. A planted leak. A fake betrayal. A PR move disguised as a meltdown. And if that's true, then this wasn't just Chrisean being dramatic. This was strategy. The kind that could turn pain into profit. And enemies into algorithms. But you didn't hear that from me. Social media was a battlefield. TikTok detectives were doing PowerPoints. Twitter threads were breaking down every micro-expression like it was the Zapruder film. One user posted, "Chrisean blinked twice when she said, 'I'm fine. That's trauma code.'" Another fan countered with, "No, that's just her eyelash extensions fighting for their lives." The internet wasn't analyzing, it was performing surgery. And then, like a spark in a gasoline factory, Natalie Nunn went nuclear. She posted a full glam selfie with a caption that said, "The difference between me and these girls? I build them up, they tear me down." Subtle read, but the timing wasn't subtle at all. She dropped it right after Pretty's so-called receipts started trending. Fans instantly knew what that meant. Natalie wasn't apologizing, she was reclaiming the spotlight. Pretty clapped back within the hour, of course. A messy, live makeup half done, wig barely hanging on, screaming into her ring light. "Don't gaslight me, sis. You been shady? You the reason half these girls hate each other." The sound quality, awful. The energy, perfect. Within 10 minutes, clips were everywhere. YouTube reactors were sipping Starbucks, pausing the video every 5 seconds to say, "Let's unpack this real quick." Meanwhile, Chrisean's name was trending for the 5th day in a row. She'd gone from fan favorite to internet cautionary tale. The same people who once praised her for keeping it real were now calling her the definition of self-sabotage. One tweet went viral saying, "Chrisean's the type to fight peace if it looked at her wrong." Another, "She need a rebrand, not a remix." Trapboy Bino, poor man, tried to stay quiet, but you can't silence the internet. His fan base split down the middle. Half blamed him for enabling chaos, while the other half dubbed him the innocent bystander of bad decisions. One fan wrote, "This man just trying to make music while the women in his life start World War III. Then came the conspiracy theorists, and you already know they never sleep. They swore the entire mess was staged for clout." One YouTuber claimed to have inside info from a Zeus network staffer who said the drama was part of a leaked PR rollout for the next Baddies season. "Pay attention," he said dramatically. "The timing ain't random, it's strategic." Fans didn't know what to believe, but they were too entertained to care. By now, memes were running faster than facts. One showed Chrisean, Natalie, and Pretty in WWE gear with the caption, "Baddies Mania, Chaos" at the caption. Another showed Bino photoshopped holding a white flag. He surrendered on live. Someone even edited Natalie's rant into a fake trailer called Baddies Armageddon, complete with explosions and slow-motion hair flips. And then the celebrities started chiming in. Tamar Braxton tweeted, "Everybody fighting, but nobody healing. Get it together, ladies." Of course, the tweet got ratioed within minutes. People replied, "Not you giving therapy after that get yo life meltdown." Cardi B went live saying, "Man, this generation just different. Everybody wanna expose everybody." Nicki Minaj liked a shady post that said, "Reality TV without realness is just chaos with a camera." That one, like Alone, launched 10 fan wars. Even Blueface couldn't resist sliding into the mess. He dropped a tweet saying, "Told y'all she's everybody's problem now." Instantly, chaos. Fans roasted him back to oblivion. "Sir, you are the blueprint of dysfunction," one wrote. Another clapped back, "You talk like you ain't the final boss of toxicity." The internet turned on him so hard, he deleted the tweet and posted a Bible verse instead. Too late, screenshots live forever. Meanwhile, Natalie decided she wasn't finished. She went on live again, this time with full glam, a wine glass, and background music. "Y'all want to talk receipts? Let's talk about what's really going on," she said, sipping dramatically. "Half these girls wouldn't even have a name if it wasn't for me." She didn't say names, but she didn't have to. Everyone knew. Pretty went live at the same time, and the two screens started trending side by side. It was digital war. 2 phones, 2 egos, 1 million viewers. Natalie yelling, Pretty crying, comments scrolling like a slot machine. "This is peak entertainment," one viewer said. Netflix could never Chrisean though. She stayed quiet, suspiciously quiet. Until she D'd on hours later, she dropped a short but deadly clip. No captions, no filters. Just her looking into the camera saying, "Y'all think y'all broke me, but I'm built from breakage." Fans went feral. That single sentence was remixed into songs, TikToks, even motivational edits. Someone made a version with thunder sounds and sad violins. Others said it was her baddie redemption arc. By the way, engagements skyrocketed. Then the audio leaks hit. Alleged phone calls, shady voice notes, and half-heard conversations surfaced online. One claimed to be Pretty talking trash about Natalie. Another sounded like Bino venting to a friend, saying, "Man, I can't do this with her no more." None of it confirmed, but nobody cared about proof. In the age of virality, perception is reality. Within hours, #BINO leaked trended worldwide. Fans flooded his comments, demanding answers. "You really said that about Chrisean?" One asked. Another, "Blink twice if you're trapped again." Even his label chimed in, posting a statement saying Bino's focused on music, not mess. But that did nothing because, by then, the drama had a life of its own. Natalie used it to her advantage. "Y'all see?" she said in yet another live. "I told y'all she's a liability." Fans accused her of gloating, but she didn't care. Every post meant more engagement, more attention, and more reason for Zeus to renew her contract. Pretty, meanwhile, tried to post something positive, a Bible verse, quote about peace. But people flooded her comments with clown emojis. The internet decided she was the villain of the week. And somewhere in all this digital debris, Bino finally snapped. He posted, "Y'all keep playing with me like I'm a meme, but I'm a man." The post had over 3 million views in an hour. But instead of sympathy, he got roasted again. Then act like one comment said. Another, "You a man, but you in Chrisean's comments like a groupie? The internet doesn't do mercy." By day 6, this wasn't a scandal. It was an economy. Everyone was making content about it. YouTubers, podcasters, meme pages, reaction TikTokers. Every time someone said Chrisean, another person made money. Even Wendy Williams fan pages resurrected to comment. She would have loved this mess. But beneath all the noise, the story took a darker turn. Because people close to the situation started whispering that someone, maybe Natalie, maybe an outsider, had been feeding all this chaos to blogs. Every leak, every voice note, every receipt was apparently orchestrated. A setup, a storyline. And if that's true, then this whole thing wasn't a meltdown, it was marketing. Because let's be honest, in today's culture, scandal is currency. And these women, they're spending it like billionaires. Still, the question remains, who really pulled the strings? Who benefited from all the fighting, the dragging, the chaos? Because this saga was no accident. And as we'll soon see, the aftermath wasn't about healing, it was about power. The kind that can destroy reputations, boost brands, and remind the world that in the entertainment industry, your breakdown is somebody else's business plan. By the time the dust started to clear, nobody could tell who'd actually won because everyone had lost something. What started as a simple fans dragging Chrisean moment had evolved into a full-blown digital apocalypse. Friendships destroyed, reputations dismantled, and careers dangling by a thread thinner than Chrisean's patience. Let's start with the woman of the hour, Chrisean Rock herself. Once the internet's favorite chaos queen, now the internet's favorite punching bag. Her name had been turned into a hashtag, her face into a meme, and her pain into a brand. She tried to ignore it, Kay posting her usual motivational captions. "I'm focused on God and growth," but the comments section had no chill. "Girl, you were focused on drama 5 minutes ago." One fan wrote, "We love you, but please log off," another begged. But instead of logging off, Chrisean doubled down. She went live again because, of course she did. This time she was calmer, almost eerie. "I ain't perfect," she said, eyes locked on the screen. "But y'all gone, stop acting like I'm the only one who ever lost it." It was part confession, part warning, part Grammy-worthy performance. The live hit 500,000 viewers in under an hour. People couldn't look away, not out of support, but out of morbid fascination. She was raw, emotional, unpredictable. And in a world addicted to chaos, that's the ultimate marketing strategy. Meanwhile, Trapboy Bino was having a full-on PR crisis. His label reportedly told him to lay low. But how can you lay low when your name's trending on every platform? The man couldn't post a dog picture without someone commenting, "Is that Chrisean's dog?" His music video comments section became a therapy group for confused fans. We just wanted the album, not the trauma. The breaking point came when a fake tweet allegedly from Chrisean started circulating. It said, "Bino used me for fame. I made him relevant." Whether real or not, the damage was instant. His mentions were flooded. He had to release a statement on his story. "I don't need to use nobody. I got my own lane." But it was too late. Once the internet decides you're guilty, the trial's already over. Natalie Nunn, on the other hand, was thriving like a phoenix rising from pure pettiness. Every time her name got dragged, her followers grew. She turned the chaos into promo, posting clips of herself saying, "I told y'all I run this." It was pure villain energy, and the internet loved it. She wasn't trying to fix the drama. She was franchising it. She started teasing a new show idea, The Real Baddies of the Internet. No one knew if she was serious, but considering Zeus Network standards, it's probably already in production. Pretty, meanwhile, was cracking under pressure. The leaks, the lives, the fights, it was too much. She posted a long caption about needing a break from mental health, but of course, people called her out. "You started it, though." One fan commented, "Girl, take accountability before you take a break." Another said, "And DTB, he disappeared completely, like a ghost emoji in a group chat. Gone. Probably somewhere thanking God for the block button." Then came the twist no one expected: a leak about the leaks. A new blog claimed that none other than a fake PR manager had been orchestrating the chaos to keep all their names trending. Supposedly, she'd been feeding gossip sites fake updates, setting up coincidental lives, and stirring the pot for engagement. One message read, "Keep them arguing. We need another viral moment by Friday." Fans went insane. So this was scripted. One wrote, "We've been emotionally invested in a marketing campaign." Another said, "It was too perfect, too believable, and too hilarious to ignore." And suddenly, the narrative flipped again. Now everyone was pointing fingers. Natalie did it. No, Pretty leaked it herself. Bino's manager made it up. Nobody knew the truth anymore. And that's exactly how the internet likes it. When confusion reigns, clicks go up. When confusion reigns, clicks go up. Meanwhile, Chrisean tried to pivot. She posted clips from the studio, recording emotional tracks about betrayal and fame. One snippet went viral, her raw vocals over a piano singing, "I gave them love. They gave me headlines." Fans started calling it her redemption arc. Even people who dragged her last week were suddenly in her comments again saying, "This the Chrisean we love." Because the internet doesn't cancel people, it just rotates who it loves to hate. Bino, trying to reclaim his peace, released a freestyle addressing everything. The lyrics were half heartbreak, half shade. "They drag my name 'cause I ain't clap back. They want chaos, I want racks." The internet didn't care about the bars. They cared about the drama behind them. Reaction channels were pausing every line like, "Oop, that's about her." The song hit 1 million views in a day. Controversy sells, and this crew was the definition of profitable pain. Natalie, of course, inserted herself again. On live, she laughed. "See? I told y'all, everybody wins in the end." And she wasn't wrong. Every single person involved, Chrisean, Bino, Pretty. Even the background extras of the chaos gained thousands of followers, more attention, and a whole new audience of spectators waiting for the next explosion. But not everyone saw it as a win. Some fans called it emotional exploitation. Others said it showed how broken influencer culture had become. "They don't need therapy," one user wrote. "They need Wi-Fi limits." Another commented, "This is modern fame, suffer publicly, monetize later." And in a way, they were right. Because this wasn't just a feud, it was a mirror. A reflection of how social media eats people alive and then asks for seconds. Every tear, every rant, every shade post became content. And Chrisean, like it or not, had become the face of it. By the time the memes slowed and new scandals started trending, the damage was done. The friendships ruined. The reputations mutated. The truth lost in translation. But the views, oh, the views were immaculate. Chrisean ended the saga how she began it with another live. But this time, she smiled. "Y'all talked all that mess," she said, "but guess what? My song hit 1 million. The comments exploded. Some cheered. Some cursed. But all of them watched. And that's the secret in the end. She won the only game that matters in this era. Attention. Because love her or hate her. Chrisean Rock doesn't fade. She trends. And if this saga taught us anything, it's that drama isn't a setback anymore. It's strategy. And there you have it. The chaos. The betrayal, the breakdowns, and the viral resurrection of a reality TV empire that refuses to die. Chrisean got dragged, Bino got attacked, Natalie went nuclear, Pretty cried mid-live stream, and the internet. Oh, the internet made popcorn memes and money. Welcome to the digital age where pain trends, apologies flop. And every meltdown is monetized. Now before the next storm hits. And you know it's already brewing in someone's close friend story. Do yourself a favor. Smash that like button like you just caught your ex scrolling through there. Dimes at 3 a.m. Hit subscribe like you're blocking your toxic ex for the 47th time. And drop a comment below who really came out on top in this mess. Was Chrisean the victim of viral hate? Or the mastermind of her own headlines? Did Natalie manipulate the madness? Or did Pretty pull the sneakiest move of 2025? Your hot take might just end up in our next expose, because here on Expose Express, we don't do peace treaties, we do plot twists. Every time the industry says it's over, someone posts a new receipt, someone cries on live, and someone's PR team starts drafting healing journey captions, so don't blink, don't breathe, and definitely don't log off. Because in this universe, scandals don't end. They just go on tour. Turn those notifications on, keep your tea hot, and remember, today's trending drama is tomorrow's redemption. Arc or mugshot, this is Expose Express, where secrets don't sleep. Lies go viral and your favorite celebrities. They're just one post away from becoming content. Stay messy, stay tuned, and as always, keep it scandalous. Scandalous.